Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships and the continuation of our new player guide series. Last week, we unlocked access to clan battles, so I thought it should be only natural that I show you a clan battle and talk about clan battles here in World of Warships. Now, this is on my North American server account because I don't have tier 10 ships yet on my EU server, and this is with my clan, ADF, on North American server. And so playing with them is great. In clan battles, it has a lot of really good rewards, and it's really different compared to something like randoms or ranked battles. Clan battles, you know, with your clan and maybe a mercenary too. We have a mercenary with this GTVR, but he's now in our clan. Is that you work together as a team. Typically, ideally, you're on voice comms with each other. So we're on Discord. We're all communicating with each other, right? It's just a whole different beast than randoms and ranked. When we are like starting off here, we have pre-designated locations basically we're going to go to. So for example, GTVR, he's in the gearing. He's going to go for Bravo. I'm in Daring, which has hydroacoustic search. So naturally I fit much better on the contested cap. That's C up ahead. So even like if I had a Smallland or Ragnar, that would be really ideal. But here we're just in Daring. Daring is a great destroyer for clan battles. She has a lot of utility. She has these short burst smokes. She has a repair party. She has a short range hydroacoustic search. So you're going to see me doing a lot of spotting torpedoes from the enemy Daring. I'm going to be fighting with on this flank, and it means that it helps my teammates, my clanmates behind me, avoid those torpedoes. And it makes life just difficult for Daring to try to do any meaningful damage. And I have these torpedoes that can be launched as a fan or single launch. And single launch torpedoes are really huge, especially when you're trying to bust a cruiser that's hugging an island and you can just single launch them all on the line. You're going to see me do that. So I'm really not going to try to focus talking about what's happening in this battle and giving like a commentary breakdown. What I want to focus more in on is how clan battles is different, how you typically approach it, so on and so forth. So ideally in clan battles, you have a couple of leaders who, and I'm actually doing this right now with my clan commander and Lightninger here in the clan, where we are working on the next upcoming clan battle season. So we're working on some positions on the different maps. We know what maps are going to be used for clan battle season, so we're talking about setup, positioning, things that we can share with our clan members so that they'll understand, or a mercenary who joins in with us. Because positioning is huge in clan battles. You really want to be able to set up your destroyers and supporting them, your cruisers in good, strong locations. You want battleships set up well, battleships that can even get cross map shots, or even, you know, a Stalingrad getting a cross map shot with the range. And just understanding the map, because that is really huge in clan battles here. So here, for example, when you understand that, you often will know how the enemy team will set up. So I know there's this Daring here, but I also know just to the left of the island where the Daring's at, there's a Des Moines sitting there. He's not been seen yet on the map, but I know he's there. He just radared me because the enemy Stalingrad is too far away. But that Des Moines is sitting there because that's a very strong cruiser location, right? So that's a very typical position for Des Moines to set in. So just knowing that information, that's why I was hugging on this bottom left side of the cap, because if the Des Moines lights me up, all I simply have to do is run. He can't shoot me through an island, right? So just knowing those type of things. With your clan, you'll need to have a caller, someone who calls out important things on the map. So that could be maybe, hey, go ahead and push this cap now. Hey, you need a position here. Just straightforward, simplistic commands. Also, when you are with your clan, like we use Discord to communicate. We're talking on comms with each other because the comms that you get in World of Warships sucks. But in talking on comms, is that we're not talking about, oh, I had a really great weekend, I did this and that, or I had this really great randoms battle earlier. When you're talking in clan battles, you are talking like very minimal. You are only noting important information that is useful to your other team members. So for example, when I'm fighting here, as soon as I detect these torpedoes, I think I had a clanmate in, was it the Hindenburg back behind me on the island, or the Ohio? Like, hey, torps coming this way. If I can land torpedoes on Ohio, and one of them causes flooding, and he DCPs that, I'm like, hey, Ohio DCP'd the flood. Now we know we can get possible permafire, a couple permafires on him, so on and so forth. So only important information. So it's really important in working together, like as a team here, having the map awareness of what's going on. So the enemy team, GTVR, he killed the Shimakaze. Now he's pushing up on their A cap, and they're weak on that flank. And so we're going to expose that. So we here are just trying to buy as enough time as possible to help our team give the time they need to push up into B, and so we can get basically some maybe more cross-map shots going on here, right? So talking as little as possible is very important. You're not talking about random things. Ship lineups are really important. So, you know, we're tier 10, you're rarely going to see something like the Khabarovsk. It's just not a really great ship. You won't see the Grosser Kurfürst too much. I'm trying to think of other tier 10 ships that are they're not ideal for clan battles. I'm trying to think of a cruiser. Worcester you won't see too much of. Usually Des Moines better, because Des Moines has still good DPM, but the radar is 10 kilometers instead of Worcester having 9. So ship lineups is really important, because they can sometimes make or break. So that's important. So you want to talk about what's going on. So, you know, in clan battles, you know, Wargaming's, they banned aircraft carriers, because clan battles have no place in clan battles. Straight up, I'll say that. Or subs, for that matter. They banned Petropavlovsk, because that's really strong, but now it's going to get a few nerfs, possibly. They said so in test dev blog. And Kleber can get banned sometimes. They'll put ship limitations. You can only take so many battleships, maybe one of each ship, so you can't take, like, you know, 5 Napolis, something like that. So there's a lot of more restrictions, and Wargaming pays attention to what happens more within clan battles. Other important points regarding clan battles is that sometimes, like for example here I'm in Daring, you're going to have games where you're not going to have much damage, or it doesn't feel like you've contributed much to battles. So here we are over 7 minutes in. I've only done 10,000 damage. If that is the case in random battles, often a lot of people can be really frustrated with that, think it's bad. And I was kind of like feeling like, I want to contribute, you know, but I am contributing with the spotting, with the hydroacoustic search, and then here I'm actually going to smoke up GTVR. So working together closely as a team, and that's just really helpful when you have good communication, talking about what's going on, and the ability to, like, hey, if you need to go dark for 30 seconds, 40 seconds to get a heal off, let me smoke you up, right? Ohio is a very strong ship. Yamato is a very strong ship. Orgone can be rather decent. You can see some Conquerors, some Kremlins, tier 10 battleships. But with Ohio, like, it has a 40-second cooldown on the repair party, right? So it's very hard to knock out at Ohio because of how quickly you can keep getting the repair parties up. So then that's the type of ship like, hey, we need a, when he gets low, we trim him down enough, we need to focus fire, right? One of the things about clan battles is, as this battle is actually getting close to wrapping up, is if you make one mistake, the enemy team, if they catch your mistake, they can capitalize on it very quickly and end the match. Like, that one mistake, if you lose a player who just, maybe he did something not wise or overextended himself, that one mistake of a ship dying can just completely cost you the entire match, even if it's like, you know, losing an enemy destroyer in the first 3 minutes of a clan battle, right? That is really devastating. So you really have to be patient, and you have to capitalize on the enemy teams, enemy clans' mistakes and what they make. because a ship that overextends too much, you know, the caller, ideally the enemy team is going to focus on that, going to capitalize on the mistake that you made. So it's very unforgiving versus something maybe in like randoms or ranked. If you mess up and make a mistake, the difference here in clan battles is you have a whole team, a whole clan that's devoted to, oh, you just messed up in front of me, I'm gonna punish you for that, right? So that's just an overview of clan battles in a nutshell with the battle here. So this is actually a pretty good match. It wasn't too bad. Really helped once we knocked out the daring, and you just saw how quickly they collapsed because they weren't defending their other flank. And that's really important. If your flank collapses in clan battles, sometimes that can spell disaster unless you shift, right? Shift to the lines, but here they didn't have map control. We had the map control. That's also very important in clan battles. So yeah, this is clan battle. So I figured because I talked about clan battles last week in New Player Guide series, I should show you what clan battles looks like here in World of Warships. So right now I'm trying to debate on how I want to continue forward with the New Player Guide series or do something different. One of my viewers, subscribers, I'm gonna call you Han if I'm saying that right. He asked if maybe I can transition doing a Unicum Player Guide series. I've been a little hesitant on if I would use that. You know, maybe I would say I could do an intermediate. I'd rather just go from New Player Guide series, I think, to maybe a pro Player Guide series. I am Unicum player on randoms and ranked, but solo win rate in random battles, I'm 57%. Unicum is once you break 60%. As the over 60% I have in randoms is pretty much due to divisions of 2 or 3. Where ranked, you don't get to division, and I am Unicum in that. So I'm not sure if I should really, if I did something like that, if I should call it Unicum Player Guide series, because my solo win rate in randoms is less than Unicum, even though I'm still working on increasing it right now. So that's good. So I don't know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Maybe you could just call it a pro Player Guide series where, you know, I think we're almost 40 videos into this New Player Guide series. I feel like I've covered a lot of the foundational things. And then I can transition into maybe more those bigger aspects of the game that takes you from maybe just being that average player to a really good to, you know, Unicum level player. Because some things like, oh, that seems simple, or that's I would seem maybe more an intermediate skill to have. But a lot of players don't understand that next, you know, the next level. What can I do to improve? What is my playing characteristics, my behaviors? Maybe I need to work on having more patience, or maybe I'm way too passive, to just simply positioning in the game, map awareness, you know, more things of that nature. So if you want me to go into that gear, that direction, please let me know in the comments, because that will really help me know where to go. And we can transition to something like that, because I think that would be pretty good. There's a lot of things I know I could hit on with that. So if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you're subscribed, thanks so much. I really appreciate it, as we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. So hopefully we can make that happen by time summer is here. So until next time, take care.